Вот огромная земля, наполненная ароматами благовоний, укрытая покрывалом из цветов. Великая гора, 4 континента, украшенные драгоценными камнями, солнцем и луной. В своем сознании я вижу их раем Будды и подношу их все тебе. И с этим деянием пусть каждое живое существо ощутит чистый мир. Идам Гуру Ратна Мандала Камнири Таями.
Okay, Katya, you're up for refuge in Spanish.
Tomo refugio en el Buda, en el Dharma y la Sangha por el bien, por el mérito que he hecho, que todos los seres sean iluminados. Tomo refugio en el Buda, Dharma y Sangha por el mérito que he hecho, que todos los seres sean iluminados. Tomo refugio en el Buda, en el Dharma y la Sangha por el mérito que he hecho, que todos los seres puedan alcanzar la iluminación.
Okay, rejoicing. Let's start with Daria.
Good morning, Hare Rama, Rama.
I don't hear you.
No. Oh my God. Wait. Do you hear me?
I don't hear her.
No? I don't know.
So, okay, now I hear her.
Yeah,
Sveta, it's mistaken in Zoom. I don't know why.
but just talk. We can hear you. Just talk.
I rejoice. Today I tried to stop my angry with some person, and I think he's a pen, and I think I can do it.
That's it?
Yeah.
I don't hear you.
Yeah, yes.
I didn't hear anything. Someone speak. Can you hear me, Katya?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear anything from what Daria said. I can't hear you, Svetlana. There you go. Okay, well, good. I've been facing the same problems with frustration myself. So when you get to me, a meet and have to be out on the road, and we decided that karmically, we could do two things. We could either go down and show that we're not afraid and we're going to stop these problems by showing we're not afraid, or that could put others in danger. And so instead of doing that, our act of truth, our focus our Bodhisattva activity was to do what was best for everybody involved, and that was to postpone until May. So I guess I'm doing my rejoicing now. I rejoice that we spent about half an hour thinking of the karmic consequences through all the different karmic consequences and came up with the one that we felt was the best. So I guess my point is, in a situation like this, it's really very important to stop and think of the karma that you did to get this to happen, what you can do in the present for the future, and to expand that as we do with Bodhisattva activity to all the people involved. So I was really very pleased with that response. And that doesn't scare us from going down to Mexico if that's what we decide to do. That didn't even occur to me that, oh, well, if this is happening, we don't want to go to Mexico. That didn't even occur to me because those are two different things. Okay. Manuela, what do you have to rejoice in?
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I really worked hard but with joyful effort to on our meditation app, and I really make it with the awareness to serve my Lama and to really bring this app alive to help many people. And of course, it is a gift to Geshe-la as well. And I'm really rejoiced that I had the possibility and the seeds to help with this amazing project. So yeah.
Which app are you talking about?
There will be a meditation app very soon. Yeah. And this project I'm helping my Lama with. So
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Good. Yeah, because I have an app that we're trying to revive, a 6 times book app for the phone. And I have a student that I'll hopefully be talking to soon to see how he's progressing on rebuilding the entire thing. The guy who built the original one has fallen off the face of the earth, and we can't get into the code. So one thing we're going to do with this new app is make a back door so that if something happens to Andreas or to me, people can get into the app. So good. Okay. Svetlana, what do you have to rejoice about?
Weekend retreat, and it helped me to pacify my mind and to make my mind calmer. And I rejoice in these efforts and dedicate that everyone can have all the resources, opportunities, and capabilities, do their deep retreats, and reach their ultimate goal.
Very good. Very good. Good. Excellent. Retreat. That's how it starts. You do 2 days and 1 day, and then you do a week, and then you have so much fun, you do a month. So, okay. Lydia, you're up next.
Thank you very much. I met my brother. I haven't seen him maybe more than 1 year, maybe 2 years, because he lives with his family in Netherlands right now. And I met his my nephew, his son of my brother. He is 3 years old, and I have seen him once, maybe 2 years ago. So I'm rejoicing in these moments, rare moments.
So how many how many siblings do you have?
Siblings? Who's it?
Siblings, do you have brothers and sisters?
My brother. I have one brother, and he has two children.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sibling refers to your brothers and sisters.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Tatiana, what do you have to rejoice in?
Dear Lama Sumati, Tatiana just wrote she can't speak. She's laying down without
Okay.
strength and crying. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Don't cry. Okay. Well, a little more for me. I've been facing anger that I thought I'd gotten rid of. I've gotten the last couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, I've been getting very frustrated very easily. And I'm working on catching myself, but I've not had as much success as I'd like. So I'm admitting that to all of you, and I'm going to work hard on not getting frustrated. But when I get frustrated, I get very angry at myself and my Parkinson's, and that's not right. So I'm going to not get frustrated anymore. I had a printer problem this morning, 2 hours to fix it. And at 9:30, we couldn't fix it, so they gave me a new printer. But it was very interesting. The guy was very patient. This is the interesting thing about technology now. I used my phone to show him a picture of my screen and my printer screen, gave him control of my computer so that he could try and figure out what was wrong. But I used my phone to take a picture of the computer screen. That's just amazing to me that we can do all that now. And then I had to look at email. So I was doing email, phone, and my computer. It was really amazing. Okay, well, let's go on to class then. Okay, here we go. Class 9. Wait, this should be class 10. Never mind. Come on, computer. Come on. Okay. Now, there we go. Now I'm going to share. Are you seeing it? Yeah, okay. So, class 10, Perfection of Wisdom, part 2. So we're on to contemplation 29, on the ultimate and immediate pains of selfishness. If you fail to practice perfectly this exchange of your own happiness with the suffering of others, you will never reach that enlightenment. And even here in the cycle of life, there is no happiness. So I would say I don't believe we're exchanging our happiness for someone's suffering. We're exchanging our desire to help someone else. So it's not like I have to give up my happiness in order to be a bodhisattva. I have to treat others in a way that I would treat myself to have that sort of happiness and pleasantness in my life. Forget the goals of the world beyond, samsara. Even in this life, none of the things you hope to achieve will come about. Those whose duty it is to serve you will do none of their work, and those masters you serve will never pay. So that's kind of a dreary outlook on life. Gyaltsen J's commentary now talks about the category of problems that come to us if we don't exchange ourselves for others. Two problems. They're so invisible we don't even know we have them, and hence do not know what we are missing. We will never reach total enlightenment and likely not reach other spiritual goals. There are many that have never met the Dharma, and there are those who have met it and are interested, but there are so few teachers and centers they can't get near the teachings to hear and to practice. There are those who do get the teachings and who do practice, but not all that hard, have been for years, and are not making progress, so they get frustrated and bored. All of these people have subtle obstacles to their practice. Master Shantideva says, the quality of truly wanting to help others, to put their needs first. That's what we really need to have. It seems obvious to us now, but if we do not get thorough teachings on this, as we get through the ACI courses, it is not obvious, and we never figure out the secret for ourselves. So to get true happiness in this life, we really need to make our focus be on others' happiness. You can look at it two ways. You can look at it like you're taking on the suffering, and that could be a negative thing, but you can't physically take on their suffering. Or you can look at it as extending the happiness you want and work on to all others. That's the way I prefer to look at it. Exchanging self and others does not mean giving away all your money to the first beggar you see tomorrow. It's very important to understand that. A good bodhisattva carefully plans their virtuous activity, cultivates that plan, then execute it when the time is right to benefit the great number of beings in the greatest possible way, wisely and without regret. Wisely and without regret. So Sumati could have said, okay, it's important for me to meet my obligations in Mexico. I need to go down. But from the back of her mind, she's thinking, this may not be such a good idea. I may be putting others in danger. Then she would be doing it with regret, and that's not the way we're supposed to do it. I can't tell you how much we both rejoiced in that we sat down and we tried to figure out all the karmic implications of the decision. It was not the first time we've done it, but this was the first time it was in a way that was possibly physically endangering others. And that just really impressed me. We must learn to do this, or else nothing will happen in our spiritual lives, no matter how much we study, memorize, recite, or do retreat. We will get frustrated because we're expecting amazing things to happen. They do not, at least to us. So I had something happen pretty neat yesterday. This should have been part of my rejoicing. I got an email from one of our students that lives up in Sedona. And about 3 weeks ago, I emailed Geshe Michael. That's might be the fourth email I've ever sent him. I emailed him and I said, I'm going to ask a stupid question, but sometimes stupid questions have to be asked. Where does the raw data come from that we overlay the silver circle and the black stripe? And she emailed me and said, the question's answered here in this class she had taken. And so she directed me to the time, and I started listening to it. I couldn't finish it last night, but I rejoice that Geshe Michael took the time. He read my email and took the time to discuss the raw data question. So I'm going to listen to it, and when I can figure out the actual time, I will send that to you, or the transcript, I'll send that to you. But I really rejoice that he took the time to answer my question. That means a lot to me. We must stop our self-cherishing consciously, habitually, cheerfully. I repeat, cheerfully. Someone might counter with, I don't think I can reach enlightenment, tantric enlightenment in this lifetime. I don't see angel. Samsara is actually okay. Master Shantideva gets mad and says, don't be stupid. You won't achieve anything you want, the limited good that you desire in this life, with this attitude of self-cherishing. Any good thing you desire comes from cherishing others first. Personally, I have the karma to see a number of students come and go at TM that are frankly the most selfish people I've met. But where is this coming from? It's coming from me. I'm seeing them as selfish. My karma, so not my karma, but. So if you see a selfish person, it's coming from your having been selfish in the past, or insensitive to others' needs in the past. And so in order to not have that happen anymore, you need to do 4 powers to stop those seeds that are there from ripening. And you need to go out of your way to not be self-cherishing. In fact, think of all the ways you could become self-cherishing. Think of all the ways during the day that you are self-cherishing. I think you'll find that your self-cherishing permeates your day. But the whole point of looking for it is not to get sad about it, is to find where you are self-cherishing and stop it. So again, you can look at Tonglen as being this onerous thing you have to do, or you can look at it with joy. It's a tool you have to help you get along to your enlightenment. I must know that I'm seeing them experience karma from a previous generous life. Saddam Hussein or President Trump, they're enjoying all this power because of the help they gave others in the past. And now President Trump is creating such miserable karma that he won't see this sort of wealth and power for a long time. But again, that's coming from me having been arrogant and all-knowing and rude, insensitive in the past. So it's my fault. It's my solution to solve this President Trump problem. And that's what we're working on. How does going to Mexico solve that? Well, when we go to Mexico, when we move there, we will have to pay income tax. If we're there for, I think it's more than 100, we have permanent resident visa, so we could be there more than 100 days. And am I right, Katya? We have to pay income tax if we're there more than 180 days. And the income tax doesn't have, in Mexico, doesn't have all the exclusions or deductions that you have in the US. So we'll be paying a higher tax, but we'll be paying that tax to the country we're in and helping support the country we're in instead of paying tax to support President Trump's ideas. You don't often hear someone say, I want a promotion. Let's see who around here I can get a promotion for. I don't think I've ever heard anybody do that. But that's karmic partner. That's taking care of somebody else in a very powerful way. So you could substitute, you don't hear someone say, I want Sumati to be happier. So what can I do to make him happy, to help him be happier? You don't hear people saying that. We don't hear people say, I didn't get that promotion because I did not take care of others' needs first. Now, how many of you, this is actually an interesting question. How many of you have been in a position where you could get a promotion at work? Did you get it? No. As I always think all my stories are interesting. That's the other self-existent thing. We have waffles, my humor, and jokes. No, my waffles, my humor, and pretty much everything I think about. Anyway, so I just started a brand new job at a new laboratory at the University of Arizona. Brand spanking new job. And I was getting a huge raise. I was getting about $5,000 a year raise. And I was pretty excited and happy. About a month after that, the state was doing really well financially. And they gave the University of Arizona a lot of money to increase wages. So I got another $3,000 raise that year. And I remember going, well, I guess I deserve it. And a secretary who knew who got what raise was very angry at me. She said, you've only been here a month and you get this raise. It's not fair. She was really angry at me. And it's like, Lois, I have no control over this. So my being happy about my raise, I couldn't, she wasn't waiting for me to help her. She was just mad at me. So something that makes you happy can often not make someone else happy. And I think we have to be very aware of that. We must, we could, we should be thinking along these lines. What can I do? What can I do to help that person get what they want? Remember the low level of radiation, mental afflictions, and the constant grumbling attitude. It is so easy to carry with us. And that's that low level concept, the low level of annoyance. And just like low level radiation, a low level of annoyance will continue to make you frustrated and irritated. So don't let that happen. Small instances of virtue build up to your Buddha paradise. So it's just as you're looking for the small irritations that build up, look for the small good things that are happening that will build up. It's so easy to get into the negative end of all this. And I think it's much harder and takes more Dharma maturity to find the good things that are happening. Is this idea of taking care of others to get ahead yourself just a form of self-cherishing, but much more subtle? Yes, if we lose sight of our goal to actually become enlightened so we can really help others. And that's where you can become, let's see, it's like the shepherd, the ferry boat captain, and the king. I think it's the kingly one says, I will get enlightened so I can bring all of the living beings to enlightenment. The ferry boat captain says, I'll get enlightened with everybody else. And the shepherd, I guess, was the third one. I want others to get enlightened in front of me, and then I'll get enlightened. And the right one is the one where you want to get enlightened ahead of everybody. So it seems like egotistical, but the only way you can truly help someone get it out of their suffering life is become enlightened. The best thing we can do for others is also the best thing we can do for ourselves, and that's enlightened self-cherishing. Every single harm that comes in this entire world, every fear that comes, and so too every pain that ever comes from grasping to myself. What use for me then is this, the single greatest demon? Until the day that you give up your own self, you will not be able to stop the suffering. Until the day that you let go of fire, you will not be able to stop your hand from burning. Here are the problems of self-cherishing that we can see, and they come from us, period, or our self-cherishing behaviors. We cannot wish the ills of the world away. We still need to help starving people who need food, people with illness that need medication. So the 8 verses of mind training, Dorje Senge, the Diamond Lion, 1054, 1123. What does, for those history buffs, what happened on 1054 AD besides the birth of Dorje Senge? Go ahead.
Wasn't the secret teachings arriving in Tibet, or
Well,
the great teachings?
I have a different thought.
Oh,
It was the
okay.
battle of Hastings.
Okay. Okay, I listen to you.
No, that's just something I remember. I don't know why that popped into my head. Verse 5. When others out of jealousy mistreat me with abuse, slander, and scorn, I will practice accepting defeat and offering the victory to them. I don't know how many times I've had this happen, and I've recited this verse as it's happening to me. When others out of jealousy mistreat me with abuse, slander, and scorn, I will practice accepting defeat and offering the victory to them. I was that kind of person in the past. It's ripening now for them to appear that way to me. I know where it came from. Instead of getting mad at them, I will try and help them. So I'm offering them the victory. The real source of the problem is our previous self-cherishing and our propensity to do so now, at this present moment. If we really understand Buddhism deeply, if we really want to organize a world relief activity, it would focus on teaching people to stamp out their self-cherishing by feeding and clothing the hungry and the desperate. Focus on teaching people to stamp out their self-cherishing by feeding and clothing the hungry and the desperate. Until the day that you give up your own self, you will not be able to stop the suffering. Until the day that you let go of fire, you will not be able to keep your hand from burning. If you do not let go of the burning hot coal, you will not be able to stop the burning. The burning ember, the hot coal, is self-cherishing. And for some stupid reason, we will not drop the coal. We just let it to continue to burn our hand. Even think it is in our best interest to continue to be burned, all the while suffering from the results of our own self-cherishing. We must drop the coal, and it is harder the older we get. The master and the servant. It's something very wrong to look with eyes belonging to another and work from only my own goals. It's wrong as well to look with eyes working for them and do something that's not right. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful how you help others. Yeah, let's try to think of an example. Therefore, I should make all other people first priority, and anything I ever find upon my person I should take away from me and seek some way to make a use of it for other people. So always be thinking of others first. Always. Anything I have, I am borrowing for others. Anything you will find upon your person, find some way to use it for someone else. If someone needs socks, take them off your feet and return them to that person. The socks were someone else's ever since you took your Bodhisattva vows. That goes for one's time as well. If someone asks us to do something, eagerly help them. We are here to serve. I think that's an important part. Having taken the Bodhisattva vows, volunteer to help, but make sure you can. Because if you volunteer to help and don't help, that's worse than not volunteering at all. I took a big step, a big leap of faith. My wife and I talked about it, and we decided I could do it. But I never built a water system in my life. And yet here I volunteered to use $100,000 to build a water system. Luckily, I had friends who could help, and I would not have volunteered if I didn't have the hydrologist friend that was of such great help to me. This goes for our bodies as well. Someone steps on your foot or pushes you out of the way. Don't get annoyed. We are here to serve them. Now, sometimes, and this is a delicate issue, sometimes you say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it, whatever. And sometimes that will key the person off to get really mad. This reminds me of the time I was in the grocery store and I moved this guy's cart about 3 feet so I could get by. And he just blew a gasket. He just was so mad. He was in my face, really mad. And the worst thing I could do would be to apologize. First I did say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause a problem. But this guy didn't want to hear, I'm sorry. He didn't want to hear an apology. He wanted to vent on me. And he kept venting until I finished trying to defend myself. So I guess we didn't read the fine print when we took the Bodhisattva vows. Anything I have, I'm borrowing for others. Anything you find on your person, find some way to use it for someone else. If someone else needs socks, take them off your feet and return them. This goes for one's time. If someone's asked us to do something, eagerly help them. We are here to serve. This goes for our bodies as well. Someone steps on your foot or pushes you out of the way, don't get annoyed. We are here to serve them. Don't roll your eyes. Don't make faces in response to a request. They are your master. Contemplation 32. The exchange of self and others. Make those who are inferior to you and so on be yourself. Make yourself now none other than the others. Practice this with a state of mind that's free of ideas, the feelings of jealousy, competitiveness, and pride. So when you're helping another person, it's very important not to think of them as lesser beings because they don't follow the Hinayana, let's say. It's very important to think of them as beings that you're helping with your knowledge of Buddhism. How to actually exchange self and others. This is what Geshe-Michael calls Bodhisattva schizophrenia. Excuse me. How to actually exchange self and others? Right, okay. Put your mind inside another's head and look back at yourself. Your first self to see what it feels like to have your special mental afflictions coming from you as others experience them. We are at a point where it gets confusing to see who is who in these next verses, so just hang on and we'll try and fight through it. When we meet someone, we automatically evaluate them in one of three ways. Respect, they're better than me. Partnership, they appear to be the same to me. Or compassion, they're more or less like me. We automatically put people in these boxes almost instantaneously, followed by additional, often mentally afflicted reactions. We do this automatically. That's one thing you have to stop doing when you take the Bodhisattva vow. You have to stop, to me, stop categorizing people. Well, I think they're nice. They're good looking. They have the same interests I do. So I'm going to be interested in them versus, oh, they do too much yoga. Or they're constantly, seemingly hanging around Geshe Michael, getting nothing done. It was interesting. I once had a student of mine come down before Theory Retreat during Diamond University. We had the teaching facilities, that's the temple. We had the different houses on the property, all had people teaching in them. Where was this story going? I lost my train of thought. So we have respect for people that are better than me, partnership that are the same as me, or compassion that are less than me. We automatically put people in these boxes, followed by additional, often mentally afflicted reactions of that if I respect them, they're better than me, I'm jealous. Partnership, they're the same. We get competitive to be better than them. Compassion, they're less fortunate, and we think of them with arrogance. Jealous, treat others with disdain, reluctant to help. Competitive, not willing, not helpful, willing to do another non-virtue to get ahead. Prideful, belittling and demanding. By putting yourself in another's body, you can begin to see what it's like to be around you, me, and be the recipient of these three ways of evaluating people. I tried recently. I really tried putting myself in my wife's shoes. By the way, one pair of her shoes can fit in my shoes. That's how big my feet are. Anyway, that's irrelevant. We say put yourself, think like the other person. Really try and focus on what that means. To become another person so that you can do the Bodhisattva, the Tonglen. It's a pretty powerful statement of your belief in karma and emptiness, because you're not putting yourself in their mind stream. Because you can only do that as a Buddha, but as a normal everyday human, you're trying your best to see how they see the world you're projecting. This is different than being a recipient of another's jealousy. It's much more powerful. Are we just playing games with our minds? In a sense, but the result will be a big change in your behavior, and that is the goal. So the fact that I keep chasing this idea of where the raw data come from, I believe the punchline from Geshe Michael is going to be, it's your karma ripening as well. It has to be. It can't be self-existently there. So it can't be there for me to look at without my karma coming with it. Now, I don't have it figured out, but I think it's one of those questions. It's like beginningless and endless time. You just have to accept that your mind is creating everything based on your mental seeds. What does it feel like what does it feel like to be on the other end of my decisions? Decisions to run Diamond Mountain my way? Yeah, I guess, based on many people's responses. So be sensitive about how others see what you're trying to get done. Take your favorite mental affliction and pretend everyone has it towards you and see what it feels like. It will raise your awareness of our own selfish behaviors and raise our awareness to treat others with care. Bodhisattva is talking to yourself. This one should receive the honor, but not us. We should never get the things he always does. He should bask in praise, and we should be belittled, but should have all happiness. We should be the ones who have to do all the work and sit in perfect pleasure. And he should sit in perfect pleasure throughout the world. He should become a great man. We should stay inferior and known as nothing, as known nothing. What's the use of having no good qualities? We'll all thrive as they have them all. There do not exist those compared to them, to whom this one is inferior. There are also those compared to whom we are highest. There are 6 things everyone wants in this life. I'm going to add a 7th, but I'll get to the end before I do that. Respect, receive nice things, to be praised, they want happiness, a chance to relax while others work, and fame. Speaking of fame, I'm pretty proud of this in a proper way, so I wanted to share with you. There's an organization I belong to called the Air Force Association of Air Force Missileers, and they have a Hall of Fame. And I found out about a week ago that I'm going to be in their Hall of Fame. And that's a pretty big deal. I'm still in shock. I'm going to have to say something. I'll probably start crying. So why did I share it with you? I'm just proud of the fact that all the hard work I put in to my book, this particular book, which took 6 years to write, has been so well received. We generally do not treat others with this in mind because we put our own needs for these 6 first. So we need to stop that and using our knowledge of karma and emptiness, do those things that we need to do to get what we want. So I want respect, I must give respect. I want to receive nice things, I need to give nice things. If I want to receive the things I need, then I need to make sure when I give something to somebody, it's what they need. I want to be praised. I really love saying over the phone to someone, you get a customer service person, and they talk to hundreds of people a day. Most of them probably berating them. It's their fault something didn't work. And I like to end my conversation with someone over the phone with, you have a lovely voice for this kind of work you're doing. Because, some people don't. And they use almost all the time when I do that, they stop and say, well, I thank you. That's very sweet of you. So appreciating others' goodness, others' skills is another way of being a bodhisattva. We do not generally treat others with this in mind because we put our needs for those 6 things first. We need to stop that and using our knowledge of karma and emptiness, do those things that we need to do to get what we want, which is treat others with respect, receive nice things, be praised, happiness, a chance to relax while others work, and fame. Don't hurt us by hurting yourself. You must care for us by using all your strength, and we should too, willingly to take on all the hurts. Are we not enough? Are we not enough someone you should? Are we not, though, someone you should care for? Why is it that you belittle us so? What use would we ever have for the qualities that he has? And he's a being of qualities. He lives in the savage jaws of lower birth. He has no compassion for living beings. Even worse, his delusion that he possesses higher qualities seems hoping to pollute the wise. So here sentient beings are looking at the professed Bodhisattva and evaluating why they should want to be like him or her. So, Mr. Shantideva, I've done all the classes, got 100 on everything I've handed in. Why are you talking about me that way, disrespecting, putting us down? We hear that you say and how you really feel. What kind of bodhisattva are you? If your kind of compassion and care for others is the highest quality of the bodhisattva, keep it. Even worse, you have this delusion that you do have some high qualities of a good spiritual life, but you really don't care about others. Oh. So, I think what this class is trying to tell us is we need to not step into this idea of exchanging self for others, seeing others as more important than us, or at least equal in importance to what we want to do to help them. We need to be really careful to do it with wisdom, not just knee-jerk reaction. And to me, that means thinking really hard back in your life, what you did to set the seeds for things to be happening now. I really, really feel if everybody thought about the arrogance they had in the past and the abuse of power they had in the past, if everybody thought about that, the world would be a better place. But you have to couple that with karma and emptiness, understanding karma and emptiness. I would be willing to bet that the majority of the people in this world feel that what's the golden rule? What you do unto others as you do unto yourself, or something like that. I think a large portion of this world thinks that. So we're not teaching them something new in that sense. We're just bringing from the background to the forefront this entire grid of Buddhist teachings and behaviors that will help them reach their ultimate happiness. Okay. Well, that's it for today. That's it for this class, this course. We will be going over the answers to the quiz, to the final on Thursday. And Lydia, Svetlana, and Daria all have your assignment. Correct? Yeah. Okay. Yes, ma'am?
And I will join you as well.
You don't want any of the questions, right? Everybody's invited. You want some of the questions?
Now I got. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understood. So I will join and be there.
No,
Okay.
no, everybody in class is welcome. We're going
Okay.
to review the final questions, and I like to have my students teach the final questions back to me instead of my going over them.
Got it.
And
Okay.
so
Great. So I will be a student and listen as
you want to have a question to answer or no?
No, I'm happy to listen.
Okay. Katya, I know you're just dying to have a question to answer. I'm teasing you. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lama Sumati, I'm sorry. Tatiana wants a question.
She has a question or she
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
one?
she asked.
She has to get some. Correct. She has to be put on the list. Okay. Okay, Svetlana, I will send you a new list with the 4 participants. And I'll send that to you in just a few minutes after class. Lydia, smile. There you go.
Padilama, I have a question. May I ask?
Sure.
I'm thinking a long time that it seems like I have so many bad seeds from my this life and my past lives. So just how to change it? My perception that I will do that, I will burn these seeds instead of like disappointing that, oh, I have so many bad seeds.
Well, join the club. I reflect on all the things that are making this life, Parkinson's, the present administration, all of the things that are making this life difficult are coming from me. And the reason I don't get depressed about it is because they're coming from me. It's my fault, and only I can do something about it. If I want to change my world, I need to do the changing. And because of that, you can either feel overwhelmed, which many people do, or you can say, bring it on. I can handle it. And I like, bring it on, I can handle it. I like that. That's how I try and conduct my life versus, oh, it's all terrible. I don't know what to do. It is awful. I'm sorry. Look at all the problems this world has. And you can wallow in that, or you can say, these are the problems that I generated from my past deeds. I don't like them. I'm going to do something about it. And the first thing I'm going to do is take the Bodhisattva vows and work very hard in putting other people's happiness first. And I know from my fledgling understanding of the Dharma that that's how things are going to get better. Because of my willingness to work on making them better.
Thank you.
So don't worry, be happy. Remember that song from a long time ago?
Yes.
That was a great song. It was, don't worry, be happy. I love this. Okay, Tatiana, I will take care of that. Thank you. Let's do a dedication. And I'm going to go with the golden harvest of attainments again. I will free all those who have yet to be freed. I will save all those who have yet to be saved. I will comfort those who have no comfort. I will deliver all beings beyond grief. Thank you for the opportunity to teach you today. I look forward to the review class, and we'll have course 11 wrapped up. That's pretty amazing. Then on to 12, and then on to 13. Yikes. Okay, well, today is Monday. I was going to say have a good weekend, but that's a little ways away. Be safe, Katya. Your dad and your sister as well. Okay, I love you all. Thank you for being students of mine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Lama Sumati.
Oh, I am working on your request, I think, for a biography for the website. I'm
Okay.
working on that.
Thank you.
I need to come up with a good picture of me and my wife. I have one from when we were not married. You know, I think that's the one I'll send. It's not, yeah. Oh, I was digging through my sisters are putting together a history of the Stumpf family for some reason. And I came across some baby pictures of me that my sisters say are just so cute. I'll send a couple of those. Yeah, I'll send you a couple of those. Okay, well, we'll see you on Thursday for review. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. See you.
Thank you so much, dear Lama Sumati.
You're
Please
welcome,
take
everyone.
it.